Hi, hello, and welcome to another video. Just start talking about what I basically have read since last, because I have read quite a few books. Not quite a few, I don't have read that many. So, the first one I finished after I stopped with this one is I have finished Linger. Don't think I talked about that. It's the next book in the Mercy Falls series, The Wolves of Mercy Falls, and I gave that 2.5 stars, and then I continued on with Forever, which is the next one after that. Give that 2 stars. So in this we are basically following Grace and Sam, and basically in the first book, basically Sam is a shifter wolf, and they shift during like winter time, something in those lines, when it's cold. I didn't fully love this. I give the first one 3 stars. I have one more to go, and that is Sinner. And I just feel like this series just went a little downhill. The first one was okay, and then it just went downhill a little, because I didn't fully care after everything, you know. So I will listen to Sinner, and then we will finish off that series, which is something that I have been trying to do. Like, that series wasn't on my TBR, but I really wanted to finish that series off, and those were audiobooks, so yeah. And then I finished Lessons in Corruption. I think I had like 100 pages left, or 50 or something, in when I basically ended the vlog. So I have finished this, and it's a reread. So this is basically a student teacher, and that is not the deal for everyone. Now he's 18. She's like 24, 23. Something in those lines. So, yeah. Not gonna say more than that. It's a reread. So, yeah. Then I finished Icebreaker. And this is a 4 stars. It's a reread. So this is basically about Anastasia and Nate, and this was for on my TBR, it was for a book with bad reviews. So this one has some bad reviews with people thinking it's boring, and yeah, I can definitely see this is a really slow book plot wise. It's mostly about the characters, their growth. So yeah, and yeah, this is definitely a lot of smut in here. So yeah, they are definitely like new adult, like they are like in their, yeah, I mean they are at least 18 or a little bit over that, might be 20, I don't really remember. But yeah, so overall I really like this book. But I mean, I read these types of books, so smut doesn't bother me. And I don't think you should go into this thinking it's really like fast-paced, fun, building up a relationship, because it's not. They are young adults, teens. It's a new adult book, so yeah, I feel like those tend to be more smutty as well. But yeah, I really liked it. Now, I went into it with an open mind last time I read it, and I ended up really liking it. Once I go into it with not too high hopes, I usually enjoy the book if it doesn't suck. But I really like this, so yeah. So then I feel I have finished. Yeah. So the next book I finished this like 2 seconds ago. That is Welcome to the Dark Side, which is the second one in the Fallen Men series. In this one we are following Suze and no, I just forgot her name. Louise. So we are following Suze and Louise, or Lulu as she likes to be called. And this is definitely not for everyone, because she's 17, he's like 19 years older. So is a really big age gap. So I think for basically people in the States are going to have a difficult time with this, or if you don't like age gaps, because she's 17. I mean, in Canada it's legal, at least the small things that yeah, it says in the book too, so I think it's 16. So I really like this. Now some people might find this a little weird too, just because they met like 10 years prior when she was like 7. Nothing happened then except that he basically saved her from this shootout and basically almost getting killed. And when he goes to prison, she basically writes letters to him, and he's like, I'm going to answer you, so yeah. And then at 16 he's like, nope, no more. And then at 17 basically he comes back into her life, or she crawls herself back into life. So the last book that I have started, and I am like 100 pages in, that is The Cruel Prince. I read just a little fantasy every day to not get overwhelmed. So yeah, I will read 50 more pages today, just because today I am just not feeling the biggest urge to read anything else, because I read almost the entire book today. But I really need to read a little bit more, because that's not on my TBR. These two are on my TBR, so I'm going to pick up these two, 50 pages of this and then 150 pages in this, if I am able to get to that. Just that's the plan. So I will update later sometime during anything. So yeah, let's just see how much I can read during this probably weekend. We'll probably like wrap it up maybe on Monday. So let's wrap up this weekend vlog. I've been bad at, you know, editing lately, so you might not see this until like next, like Friday or something, because yeah, as you see, this might be Friday, might be Monday, I don't really know when. Yeah, I just need some motivation to edit my videos. But I have finished, as I'm filming this a little early on Sunday, but I have finished 2 books, and then I am possibly going to finish another one. I really should though, but I don't really know if I will get to it, but hopefully. So the first book I have finished that we are going to talk about is Eleanor and Gray. So this one, this is a book, I mean, I have only read 2 Britney Spears books, but this one is definitely one that has made me bawl my eyes out. So basically in this one we are following Eleanor and Gray. So basically what happens is that Eleanor, she loses her mother to cancer when she's young, and then later on, and Gray is there to, you know, help her not get through it, but, you know, keep her head above the water. But then years later, basically Eleanor is a nanny, and then she basically is going to get a new job, and basically she meets Gray there. They haven't spoken in like 15 years or so, and now things are really different. He's a cold man because he has lost his wife. So this is definitely a sob story. Let's just say that it starts quite early on when I start to tear up, and as I continue on, I just keep on tearing up from time to time, because it's really sad. It's just yeah. So this is a reread for me. It's a 5 stars, but I need to own this book, you know. I have been tapping it. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I love about this. And one thing, I feel like the one thing that definitely sticks out in this book for me is Grace's mother-in-law. Just because I feel like a lot of other books, they have this, let's call it horrible mothers-in-laws that are like, you cannot date anyone after my kid, you know. But the mother-in-law is just so understanding. It's like, as long as your heart is beating, you deserve to be happy, and if Eleanor makes you happy, then you should go for it. And my daughter would, she definitely means that. Even if she's dead, she wants you to be happy, you know. She wants you to be happy and have someone else in your life just because she's not there, but she wants you to be happy. And I love mothers-in-laws that are like that, you know, especially in books, because I feel like a lot of them are just horrible people, and I really love the mother-in-law in this. And yeah, just because I feel like that's really rare, you know, and I'm loving it. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I'm loving about this. Yes, he also has, I mean, obviously he has 2 daughters, and they're like 2 totally different people. So yeah, I am really liking those as well. So yeah, this is, yeah, sub-story. So other than that, the other book that I have finished is Good Gone Bad, and this is the 3rd book in the Fallen Man series. I am currently rereading this throughout the month of January, so you will be hearing much more from the Fallen Man series. So yeah, I finished Welcome to the Dark Side like 2 days ago or so, and then I also read Fallen Sun. Yeah, Fallen Sun. So this one comes after. Now in this one we are following Harley Rose and Lionel Danner. So Lion is a cop. So yeah, and Harley Rose has had a crush on him forever. So yeah, that is definitely something that keeps on going up, you know, with this. The girls have usually had a crush forever, and then some of the men definitely have had a thing for them, you know. So yeah. Now, yeah, I am really loving this, you know. I am really liking the Fallen Man series. It's dark, it's... yeah. So yeah. But since we are following Harley Rose, who basically is going to college in Vancouver, we don't see much from the other... basically, we don't see much from the Fallen NC. We don't see much from them because we are following Harley Rose, and she is... yeah, you know, off to college. And then we are following Lionel Danner, who is not a part of the Fallen. I really like this. So now I am off to After the Fall. Not gonna start that today, but I try to read like 150 pages from these every day just to keep a little ahead, because it's much simpler, you know, to keep up with it if I am good at that. So then the book that I have yet to finish today is The Cruel Prince. So I am going to dinner with my larger family, like I'm basically going to eat with my aunt and you know, her family, which is also my family. Yeah, is it the extended family? Something in those lines. So at this point, I'm 200 pages in. I really need to read more fantasy. I have just not been in the mood to read a lot of fantasies. I mean, this is a really simple book to read. Now it starts to pick up a little, you know, so I might be able to, you know, read a little bit more. I really need to read this, like finish this today, and then see basically how much do I need to read from a fantasy every day to finish up within the month. But I think I'm gonna end the vlog here, just because this is a reread, so I won't change my rating. It will still be a 5 stars. So just because I'm still really loving it, but it is like YA, new adult, I don't really know what to call it, YA probably. So it's not like my favorite series, but overall I am really liking it. But yeah, I am going to end the vlog here. So I hope you like this short-ish vlog. But yeah, I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!